If you're watching this video on a Christmas day, there's a good chance you've been looking at a repeat of a Christmas Carol. But would you like to hear a real ghost story? So let's begin. When we were brought up as children, we lived out in the sticks, a remote village, down a no-through road, and the back of our garden, it went down a long way. And I think we took for granted really dark skies, and you could quite easily see down to the 6th magnitude, and that's where I got my interest in astronomy. And it was so dark, and this was before the days where everybody's garden lit up like Blackpool illuminations with their security lights. You could go down the back garden and you could not see the hand, your own hand in front of you. It was pitch black. We were used to it. We were brought up in such an area. We were not afraid of the dark. It didn't bother us. Even living next door to a creepy old chapel, it didn't bother us. And another thing that didn't bother us was things that went bump in the night, or the stairs used to creak. And our mother always used to tell us that it was this lady and she was the friendly ghost. And because we had it drummed into our heads that she was the friendly ghost, it never really bothered us. We was always curious about, the noises and the nights that she would come and see us. And we felt no danger whatsoever because she was the friendly ghost. And years down the line I got promoted. I got moved into the other room and my own bed. I was a big boy now, maybe 6-7 years old. And things started to change. She used to still come up and down the stairs, but she would come through into my bedroom. And I, as well as calling her the friendly ghost, I called her the mischievous ghost, because she used to play games. Maybe she was just after company. She liked human contact, you could say. And I just had this feeling she was from the 1800s and she dressed in period costume and or period dress of that time. And I don't know why she was still on this earth with us, but anyway, she used to play this game where she would push down on my chest when I was in bed, and it didn't frighten me at all because she was a friendly and mischievous ghost. It was a game she used to play. And one night she pushed me down quite hard into the bed and bordering on hurting me a little bit, and I just said, can you stop playing please? And she did, and she went away, and I never heard from and I never heard from her again, and I was quite sad afterwards because I think she just wanted company. She was alone wherever she was, and she moved on and never to be heard or seen again. But then things changed. We had another visitor that used to come to see me at night, but this one a bit different, and I got the feeling it was a man. And he used to make more noise than she did, and I was pretty much every night I was first in bed before the parents and my sisters. And so I was always alone again. The night time didn't bother me, and you'd hear them moving around upstairs. But then it was things that I started to see, not just hear. And next to my bed, it was either an animal or I thought a large dog. It can't have been our dog because our dog was like that big, and used to go past my bed a few nights on the trot. Or it was either that or it was somebody crouched, and I was the only person up there, and all you could see was a shadow. And you hear that? And anyway, but it didn't bother me, because again I thought it was just another friendly ghost coming to visit. But one night there was quite a lot of noise. It was like he was moving things around in the room next door, and nobody was there except me and our visitor. And I don't know what possessed me to say this or ask this, But I said, if there's anybody there, knock on my door 3 times, almost instantly, followed by the 3 loudest knocks you've ever heard on my bedroom door. And for the first time ever, I was frightened. I froze in my bed. I could not breathe. I dare not move. I was petrified. And I think it was my dad that came up first, because being a farm worker, he always had to be up at silly o'clock in the morning, and I knew it was my dad because he always whistled all the time, permanently whistling. And I felt this sigh of relief, and never heard from any passing spirits again after that, even down the line when, long story, we moved out of that house and then we moved back in again years later, but that's another story. But no, never heard from our passing visitor again. I don't know if anybody else who bought the house from us has any things going on after dark. And so yeah, that's my little story. And so yeah, next time you're on your own, alone, in the dark, at night, and you hear something that you shouldn't be hearing at night, something that shouldn't be there, just ask them. If there's anybody there, knock on your door 3 times. I dare you. Sweet dreams.